All right, people, welcome back to the Fabula Vault. We are continuing our adventure in the Secret of Mana, Part 3. I welcome you all to the stream, and it's been a minute since I've had the opportunity to really enjoy this. Work has been kicking my butt, but it's moments like this I get to enjoy hanging out with you all and learning more about this game, and we get to talk some Fabula Ultima, something I haven't got to do lately. My game is kind of on delay right now. As I had already explained, that one of my players is going to be a papa soon for the first time. So we are not playing at the moment. So the talking of your experiences in the games is my nourishment. Hey, what's up, G Helmet? Yeah, long time no see. Work's been murdering me, so hopefully it's going to be a long summer for me, but I'm going to try to put my time in for Fabula Ultima and videos and doing the streaming and continue to have fun. How are you doing? Oh, yeah. I got Bepsis, or Bepsi, or Bepis, I think, as we named our little sprite from what Erica was requesting, and then she backed out on it. Hey, how's it going, Silas? Good to see you on here. Thank you. Kind of drawing a blank on where I need to go now. I know I needed to... It's the one thing that sucks about these other games, these older retro games. If you don't give it the time or log down what you're doing, if you rely on memory, you may not remember what you're going to be doing. I always forget about this. How are you doing, GM? Silas? Oh my gosh. If I remember correctly, I got a new weapon to crush these things. GM says, good. I also have a lot of work, so it's been busy a lot. Worked really hard on remastering of my game in the last days. That aside knowledge. Hey, that's great. At least you have a project away from work. I mean, this is my fun projects, but I've just it's been long days and sitting down and getting ready to put on a face and kind of quote unquote perform hasn't really been in my energy to pool. As I see, I'm actually looking at myself. I am in deep need of a haircut. I can tell that work has consumed my existence. All right, let's switch over, I think, to the axe. Yep. Yeah. I know not to fight the slimes. I know. I forgot how much I do not like the, I can see why people like playing a two-player instead of relying on the gambits of this game system. Not that it's poor, I'm not used to that style. Reminds me of Final Fantasy 12, and I just felt like everyone was useless. That in Kingdom Hearts. GMs, and this is not me taking a swing at Kingdom Hearts necessarily. I really like Goofy and Donald in the first one wasted so many of my nourishment items all the time, and I could not figure out how to balance it. To a safe place here. GM Silas says, not too bad. Currently smashing my head against Foundry JavaScript. I feel I am making headway, and then it crashes, and I don't know why. And there's a certain point where I just like using Foundry as the basis of my my VTT, but I really haven't. I admire the people like yourself and like Erica that really like get techie with it, and also people like Erica who helps develop things to make the game more intuitive and fun. But I've had Foundry for 6 years now, and I've never desired to learn how to manipulate it behind the scenes or do anything in coding. I have to do enough coming up with my games. Okay, let's get back to this. I really don't want to have... You know what? Bepis can just sit there. They have died like 6 times. I really don't like this axe either. Man, I just sound like I'm complaining. Sorry. Getting back in the groove of things. But yeah, I haven't gotten to really play any Fabula Ultima. The last time I played was a few weeks ago. And my player that's leaving, or not leaving, taking leave, is also in my D&D game. So that's about to go on the shelf as well, while I play a kind of side venture with the rest of my D&D group that's kind of adjacent to my Curse of Strahd game. Should be fun. I do need to get back into some videos. I've said that like 8 times in last streams. Just every time I get a chance to sit down, I have either A, I'm just worn out, or B, I can't hit the mark with my deliveries on my videos. I've been talking about doing the combat rundown video for some time now, and I just can't seem to bridge it because I need to just focus on the combat side and not the entirety of a conflict scene, because that is a whole other monster. As far as making videos, it's not hard to comprehend. Just a lot of content to record. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm trying to get out of here. I went through that little shortcut. But I always forget. Do I not want to come that way? I got ballooned on the way in. Is this... I was gonna say, is this glitching? Get out of here. Get out of here, you blobs. Okay, what am I missing here? Does the recharge of the sword go up quicker as you level the sword? That seems like it seems like it's going up a lot quicker. Ooh, 28 GP. Okay, this goes up to nothing. Cool. I feel like the fact I used an axe to get through somewhere to take me down, this should have been a shortcut out. But maybe not. Down here? Yeah, this seems more familiar. Silas says, I think I missed part of that. Were you saying that the combat information was the hang up or something else? I was closing out things. Cut audio from it. No, it's not. When I first started doing the video, I instead of just focusing on combat and making people understand, I was like overly talking about like, but this is also a conflict scene. I need to not make a video entirely about conflict scenes because that is not the interest of the video. I think people will be more interested to learn about conflict scenes after they understand the flow of combat. Oh my gosh, I made it back over here. Because in reality, I mean, the game itself is easy. It's an easy game to learn. I mean, it can get complex if you make it complex, but as far as initial learning and onboarding, I think it's a very easy thing to bring on. It's just sometimes when you're teaching stuff or going over stuff, you can get lost in a lot of the information. And I don't want my videos to be 2-hour videos. I want them to be, you know, around 20, maybe 30 in most cases, unless I'm doing a just deep dive like when I did Foundry. Okay, so not only does this, that's obnoxious. The stuff I break with the axe comes back. Go away, blobs. Is it literally just a little shortcut? Like what? I don't understand the point of that. That's okay. So it takes me down. Okay, so go down here. Nope, that takes me to the freaking Dwarves. Ah, man, what I would give for a mini-map. Okay. Silas asking how G-Helmet's game's going. Okay, like, I feel like I've gone this way like 6 times. Go up. Then it's the 2 get. Okay. Yep. It's this place. You're gonna fucking cast balloon on me. There's such interesting abilities / spells for the type of characters they are. It makes me really remember like when you're creating things like in Fabula Ultima or anything like that. But no, I don't want a quick save. What is going on here? Must have hit something. Have fun with your creatures. They don't always have to be serious. She-Helmet says, I completely trashed version 0.43 after my first playtest, took 4 months off, and now I'm rebuilding. Reworking my whole system to work better for a party of players. Great! Okay, if I remember correctly, come up here. Get out of the way, goblins. The worst part... Okay, yes, here's where the lava was. I also like to thank my friend who pointed out that Nico is a shady armsman. Hey, Salandra. I had a game last night I was supposed to be running, but I basically had nothing planned, so my co-DM ran it, and it was pretty good. He introduced a new location and boss monster. The boss monster he built. I go, hey, that's great, and I really think the co-DMing concept I've never utilized, but I think that would work magnificently in Fabula Ultima, considering the fact it's all collaborative to begin with. And if you got a group of someone or someone else you trust to kind of help manage and run the game in elements where you get to maybe experience it as a player too, really awesome. Please don't tell me I went back the other way. Go away, blobs. All right. I forgot where I was going here. From here, I got the Mana Sword replenished and redesigned. I got that axe. Sure, we'll find our way around here. Gotta play it like old JRPG style. You just kind of have to explore until you find your purpose. The amount of times I played Final Fantasy IV and maybe like didn't play for a couple of days after going to school, and then starting in like the underworld and just totally forgetting what I was doing and having to fly around and go through caves to find something is very nostalgic, but also tilting. Cylinder says, yeah, that was really interesting thing to me was me introducing elements of the game, in this case location, but not building on it at all. But then he completely fleshed it out for us. Hey, that's great. Like, I think that is one of the things I really try to encourage in my videos and stuff, is to remember, as part of the collaborative narrative, just because you came up with the place does not mean you can't employ the others to contribute to its existence and, you know, what is there. Of course, there should be a level of trust where the players are doing it for a sense of fun and world building and not always basically min-maxing a benefit for them. I mean, sometimes it should be there, but not just always having some sort of silly convenience that works out. My players do that a lot, but it's fun. There's a lot of chocobo shit that happens. And it is starting to get gross warm out. It's 81 right now, which is not that bad for June, but it's muggy as all hell. I'm waiting for it to start raining. I can feel the humidity in the air. Do I get a dancing merchant as my partner or my friend, or is it always going to be this useless little sprite child? I think after this game, I might take a break from the retro and play Expedition 33. I did play the first like hour of it, and it didn't hit the mark for me, but I was probably in one of my worst mental points in my life. And so I don't think I was really getting much joy out of anything. So I don't think it's fair to really criticize that. But I remember one of my friends who played, he's like, oh, did it not just like break your soul what happened in the beginning? And I was like, I don't remember what happened. I don't really feel like I remember any emotional tie to it either. I'm stuck with the child. Marl all over again. I know in Dragon Quest IV you get a traveling merchant party member. I don't think he dances. Ah, damn. Oh well, one can dream. That'll be my Fabula Ultima character whenever I play. It's going to be the merchant class, and he's going to always be dancing. He's going to be a dancer merchant. I don't think I could work well with a co-GM. I'm way too picky on things to be okay with the potential changes. Also, no spoilers on Claire. I'm still playing it. Fair enough. Well, I mean, I'm talking about I played the first hour. That's it. Like, I have not played anything. Maybe I played a teeny bit more into it, but it was wrong place, wrong time for me to play it. Wrong state of mind. A witch lives in the haunted forest. Some poor girl went in there alone. Oh dear! Yeah. Don't worry, I take care of young children. See Exhibit A. Alright. Let's give you some... Oh. Let's bring Bepsi back here. You are ranged. Why do you get close to them, child? I understand not your purpose. Whoa. Uh-oh. Am I gonna get poisoned in here? Oh. God. Even... Clear Obscure is the kind of game I despise just because every time I talk to someone who plans on playing it and I still at the beginning, I can't talk about it. Too easy to spoil the game. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I think it's only fair since I've played a few of the retros to play a game that has been somewhat inspired by the retro style JRPGs. So I will definitely give it a go soon. You've served no purpose to me, Bepsi. GM says, I think I am 12 hours into it. There's so many things to it, and I fully get the emotional weight to it. See, that's what sucks, man. I didn't feel any emotional weight to it, and like apparently I was supposed to just be knocked off my feet emotionally in the first hour, and I was just like so fucking bored walking around. And I'm disappointed in that because it obviously has gotten a lot of accolades of being a great game and a game of the year. And like I said, I'm going to give it again just because. I don't know, man. It's just, I wish, I have feelings. I sincerely do. I just don't, the sad stuff just doesn't hit me like it hits other people, and I don't know why. Oh, great, bomb. Solange says that GM Silas, fortunately we generally take different areas, ideas, characters as our own to flesh out the world. Mostly completely create our own stuff, but there are times it overlaps. See, one of my favorite things is the fact that when you bring people into play, when they create, they usually are more invested to do things once you realize you're putting it on the playing table. At least as far as, I mean, I'm just not interested in being the only person creating backstory and character development, or not even just character development, but just, I mean, if I wanted to do that, I'd play any other TTRPG. I really enjoy the collaborative side of it and the cohesiveness, and I mean, Fabula Ultima is designed to do that. Oh, for sure, the start is slow. It really is. I spent the first hour or two the same way, just very overall, but once stopped looking at it as an action game, it shifted. Okay, cool. Well, I may not play it publicly. I don't know. I definitely will. There's elements, of course. Like that's the whole point of the Fabula Vault is to discuss parallels of JRPGs with the game, and whether there are any in Claire Obscura. I'm kind of excited to find out. Okay, I just realized these things keep respawning. So I'm just talking out my ass here. Oh hey, look, it's Nico. Meow. We meet in a strange place. Purr. Need anything? yeah, I'll definitely save. Surprised he doesn't charge you money for saving. Sal says, don't let me stop you from it. Please don't do that. I would love for you to experience it and share it. I just won't be popping in a lot until... Well, and that's what I'm kind of... That's the other thing. There's at least 2 or 3 people that are casual people in my streams that haven't played it yet, and I don't want them to not hang out and play and stuff because I'm playing something they don't want spoiled. So I also respect that agent as well. Whoa, 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 boys. What is going on with these guys? Werewolf's magic faded. Fuck is these spin kicks? Got Ryu and Ken, the werewolves here. At Salander, I can do the collaboration part. One of my favorite settings ever made was with another GM. I just don't know if I could let them run the game. I can't play it on MAK. I needed a controller to enjoy it, and my controller shit the bed hard, and I don't have the money to get one. I understand that. I mean, if you ever get a chance, except I just did that. I love this controller, the Vader 4 Pro. I got it originally just to play some other stuff. I used to use just an old USB Xbox. I have even an Xbox 360 controller, and that eventually went away. So I decided to get this one, and I love this one because it pairs with the Switch too. Says no. Slender says that Silas, no, it was more than he planned his. No, it was more than he planned his next session, and I didn't plan a thing, so he just ran this next session instead. That's why I love the game. There's times where I don't really feel like making big plot points.
Hey, that wasn't too bad. Okay, let's go.
Huh? What?
Don't be silly. We're going to rescue Dialect from the witch's castle.
What's this we?
Dare you let me go there alone? Well, but I don't... But then... Jeez, how irritating. You are going to help me, okay? We're off. My name is Voices. Okay, Voices, I'm...
Please name the young lady. Ooh, okay. Okay, now Silas says, okay, now I got you. I will look into the controller. Can you pop a link in the Discord about it later so I can remember check it? I will forget now. Yeah, no worries. If I remember. Okay, what's... Trying to be clever here, or tongue-in-cheek. Oh, Silas says, oh, I wanted to share this with you and I forgot, but do any of you frequent the Fabula Ultima subreddit? Someone posted a fishing minigame PDF and it's awesome. No, that's I'm not on Reddit really at all, but I'm interested. If you have the link to it or find it, throw it in the Discord. And I mean, I have a Reddit account, I just don't normally sift through it. I'm all about fun homebrew stuff, especially if it doesn't like change or break the game, but if it gives a little more fun involvement. Gotta have fishing in your games, right? Her name's Merle. Yeah.
Okay, you can call me Merle.
Yeah. I would say name her Erica just to poke fun, but I think I would get yelled at. Damn it, I should have. Oh well. Well, I did Merlative Troller, so thank you. I thought about doing Marl, but I wanted to just be just a little bit off on it. Dang it. We have a Marl at home. Okay, what is she doing? Does any of these freaking allies do anything worth a damn? Except get hosed. Go check her out and see what her... She's probably just going super all in. She's using brass knuckles, huh? Or spike knuckles, okay. Oh, I forgot I have to go to the character itself. Okay. The link is in the homebrew section for the actual Reddit post. I feel it is only fair to make sure the author gets support. It is free, just gets the clicks and views. Hey, absolutely. I'm always about supporting everyone that contributes in some way, or whether it's things I like. So I'm all about it. Okay. Stop. Equip armor. Okay, that's not... Am I supposed to... Oh, she's already wearing a kung fu suit. I see how it is. Interesting. Ooh, she can do a chain vest? Does there... Silas says, oh, hell yes. As I was just talking about wanting a fishing game since my whole thing is recreating Breath of Fire and Fabula right now. And boom, someone made it. That's great. This is my like mission statement aim for when I do my videos and stuff and try to get people collectively together, because this is such a foundational game where it comes to collaboration and people being inspired. And the more this game grows, the more we're going to see this type of stuff. And I think it's welcomed and it's awesome, because the game isn't so hardcore. I mean, of course you respect the rules, but I feel like injections like this don't disrupt the game. Gion says, just seeing what times. I think I just worked nonstop for the last 6 hours on my dock, and dang, time is flying. The time does go by sometimes. Silas says, and it gets some good ideas on how to make more mini games, and combined with the merchant and gourmet classes can open up some awesome ways to get grades. Love that. My friend is playing a gourmet. Hasn't fully invested in them yet, in that class yet, but it'll happen eventually. Okay, back to the game. Can I only play as the sword swinger, or can I switch around? I'm trying to figure out the controls here. Also on the grid, Action grid. How do you select different people? Keep gauge at 12. You can switch maybe the shoulder buttons. Okay. Okay. No, not on those. I'm not seeing any option on to switch. But I also noticed I had to press a different button to select other people. Or not select other people, like going to the action grid. Yeah, okay, why? Okay, that's it. Okay. Place for an action type push attack moves. Alright, at least make her less silly.
We won't be able to cut this without an axe.
Well, I've got an axe. Boom. Yeah, I agree with Sass. Take a break. Unwilling at Work says, I think on an SNES it was the select button to flip between characters. Interesting. Okay, well, see if I have that option here. I don't know. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Thank you, friend. But what is this crap? Just stuck on a high level here? Okay. Surely there is a point to this teleportation circle on a high ground area that I have no access from. Yeah, I just broke through here. Drink that should help too, supposed to make my legs wobble. Okay, I came from there, went down here, broke this thing with the axe, so this should be accessible. What the hell am I doing wrong here? Oh. No, I didn't mean to go through there. I have no idea what the hell to do right here. Like, I know this is going backwards. I'm assuming I shouldn't be doing that. Merle's pretty legit. A little agility there. Guess I'm going back up here. There's good old Nico. Yes, level 9. It's probably good I saved since I have her now. Anything of value here? Excuse me, sorry, I didn't mean to cough right in the mic. I feel like I shouldn't be buying anything from this guy. You know, those enemies aren't attacking Nico. I wonder if he's the one who sold them their weapons. Probably. Everyone's shady AF in this game. Silas is not Fabula Ultima related, but I just found out that one of my favorite RTS games of all time, Empire Earth, is on Steam. Snagged all 3 gold editions in a bundle for $20. Nice. I'm actually... I need to buy, like, I'm like the worst person that gets super excited by particular games that like are years of development and then I never play them. I have the demo, but I need to get Heroes of Might Magic Olden Era, or was it Golden Era? Olden Era. That was just recently developed from I think they're called Frozen Game. I can't remember, but they're a sub-programming group of Ubisoft, and Ubisoft has done nothing good to the Heroes of Might Magic series. But from what my brother, who loves Heroes of Might Magic 3 and 4 and 2 religiously, he says it's a masterpiece, so I'm excited to play that soon. That's gonna be a personal game I play. That's not very stream worthy in my opinion. It might be, I don't know. But it's not into the vein and heart of what I'm trying to do in the Fabula Vault. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of tilted right now. The fact that there's no direction of what to do here. Not from you guys in particular, just the fact that there's like, hey, it's a teleporter, but you can't do anything. Empire Earth is like 20 plus old. Sierra Entertainment does even exist. I'm very familiar with Sierra. Some good old King's Quest games. And I am so excited to grab the new one for it. Yeah, here, my brother has been playing it like the open beta stuff, and I think it's now officially out. He says it's fantastic. Okay, like, quit trying to attack that guy and getting hit. Yeah. Elbow to the temple. If you hit the selecting switch, you can change your characters to another. Y is your current character's grid. Yeah, I figured out the Y and X. Thank you, Michael. And then Unwilling Orc helped me with the select button. I'm just still trying to figure out how the hell I'm getting. Like, I just got the monk girl named Merle, and when I came back from it, they're like, oh, you got to use an axe to get through here, and then there's that teleporter that just puts you on a plateau. I'm assuming there's something I need to be triggering. Didn't the little sprite guy want to go to the underground palace? I don't know. I don't remember. That's right. Yes. And Merle wants to go save Dialek or whatever. Is she not in the haunted forest though? That's what I thought she was at. Oh my god. Whoa. Didn't the little sprite guys want to go to the underground palace? Where's the underground palace? Is it further underground from where I was with the dwarves? Ah. Okay, but where's this? I'm so lost. Did I just get fucking hosed? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay, I got turned into a cat? I don't know. Alright. Okay, they just make more? That's insane. Yeah, you're not so tough when you can't pick off in the distance. Let's try here. Ah, haha, here we go. Okay, that did that. And interesting. No. All these little, like, forest creatures are just wicked little bastards. Like the rabbites and then these guys. What are these guys? They're not goblins. They're evil chipmunks. Silas, have you been getting any Fabula Ultima games going on? I know you said you've been working on Foundry and stuff, but... There we go. GTFO. Hey, look, another thing. Have we heard any updates on the Kickstarter? I have not been. I've been so out of touch with everything lately. Sai says, I've been trying. I have a game I want to start up on Fridays, but I haven't had any bites thus far. My Sunday one is about to come to an end. And my Monday one is about halfway over. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I in my game, I don't even have a conceptual timeline to say when it's done. GMing is my job, and not many people like paying for games, especially Fab, it seems, since it's so new. Yeah, I've thought about doing that for Fabula Ultima, and I really think the only thing that you could really do is just run press starts to get people like an entry point of interest, because otherwise it's such a new conceptual type of style of game to have people freely just go, okay, I'm going to pay money for this, which ultimately, you know, Fabula Ultima's or Need Games has been fantastic of their books not being very expensive, and then on top of that, allowing such a open license to work with the stuff. So but at the same time, I could also say just watch my actual play if you want to learn the press start, but I think it might be different for when people want to actually play it for the first time. Get whacked. Oh, come on. I always give session 0 and 1 for free to dip and learn concepts, but press starts are very flooded for games already. Honestly, really? Didn't know that. People seem so disengaged from learning it. I'm surprised to hear that there's that much going on. Oh my gosh. So this is a perfect example for an area, maybe a dungeon crawl, is your typical haunted forest with maybe poisonous mist or something that could affect some attributes. Actually, that's kind of what my players are doing with my Fabula Ultima game. There is this there's a thick mist that is encompassing the entire local area. I'm not going to give away what it is because they still haven't fully understand what it is, but it does have to do with kind of basically, I would say, refined energy that did not properly process through the cycle of like into the magical world and back into the material plane. But right now, when they fight and they're in the area, they have to deal with a couple of issues. Like they'll have to make an opposing check, or not an opposing check. What is it? Not a saving throw, but basically, like if they cast spells, sometimes it'll actually take their health instead of their MP pool, based off of if they succeeded on a roll or not. See, around 10 or so every week press start, none which gain any traction off. That's so crazy. Well, I'm not doing myself justice by not doing videos and getting this game more exposed. I not that it's my job, but I really want people to learn it. Where the hell am I? That's from the other side. So no, this is the right way. Come up here. What do I do here? I'm assuming there's some trigger again, but... Todd's interesting. Since Fabula Session 0 is world building, you're essentially offering to build a world for them catered to their specifications. That's a valid point. Welcome to the stream, Todd. I don't know how long you've been in, but And so I'll be back in 20 or so. Gotta go get some food and don't feel like paying double for it to go. Hey, right there with you. I get it. I was gonna do some videos for shorts and things like that to help out, but every time I start, I get bogged down and it ends up like 10 minutes long. Yep, it's hard to not try to over project information. I will say this, I've very much enjoyed how the defenses of voices now. No. For those who've dipped into the homebrew, I guess Alondra's gone, so I won't have their output. What's the most ridiculous ability you've homebrewed in your monsters? This fucking guy. These guys are fucking bullshit. All right. Can I chop it down with an axe? Oh my god, I just straight up missed. Nope, can't. Cool. Can I hit him with the spear? Yeah. Take that. My current one, I want to run a set for a combination of FF6, Breath of Fire 3, and FF9, where the world is overtaken by mist from ancient tech being uncovered and used without knowledge. I have an instant KO ability that takes 3 rounds to charge up, but if they can't stop it, it deals 9/9 damage and downs 1 character. Okay. That's absurd. Oh, I just had to go around. Cool. I feel like, I don't think it's the Switch, and it might be just by I feel like I'm limited in my visual sometimes to see the just around the corner moment. They stop it by filling the clock and hitting it with the weakness attacks. Nice. I mean, I know in everything when you make something, you have to have those caveats. It's just an absurd result. I've been very careful also to not make new spells that like do conditional run, like that breaks people's conditions and stuff, or not conditioning, I'm saying like making them in rage, or like how rage affects is that turning me into a Moogle? What the hell is that? Yeah, like enrage will do might and willpower, I think. I can't remember what it is. I would love nothing more than to make a like the mini spell in Final Fantasy IV, where you make everyone small and drop their like increase their dex, but drop their might. What? I also recorded the Ovum spell from Breath of Fire 3 where they turn into an egg. That's fantastic. I've never played to know it, but the fact they turned it into an egg, I love that. They get turned into an egg for a 4-segment clock that fills each turn and through objective actions, but it keeps them from attacking and drops all their stats to a d6. If they come out, they get fully healed. That's so wacky. But I love it. These freaking werewolves that get to do the Ken and Ryu spin kick are obnoxious. Oh, sorry, Ryu. Why did I say Ryu? Wow. Michael Matkus says, just be careful here. You're about to go into Witch's Castle and there may not be a save for a while. Oh, okay. Is there a place to save beforehand? Like, should I be going to a city or something? Take a little quick sip. I think I'm gonna make... I'll move my window here because I can't see my hit points and I feel like this is negative space anyway down here. Let me know if that's obnoxious, me being up left, but... You're done with your chapter 2. Congratulations! Well, my window being up top may not be beneficial to survive here. No place to go. Hey, reserve 10. Oh, oops, I didn't realize they would re-trigger. Okay. Oh, they can heal too, huh? That's pretty cool. Love that. Okay. Okay, why didn't that hit? If you guys could be cheese balls, I'll be cheese balls. Huh? What? Okay. Oh, prison. Hello. Oh.
We've come to help.
Huh?
Where's Dialek?
What? Maybe with the witch?
I don't like my... I just do not like my window anywhere in the position of this game tonight. Maybe just a little smaller. There we go. Teeny tiny. Oh, Nico's down here. He can save the game. Okay, good. The game.
It's hopeless. These guys seem like zombies. Just like the people in Pandora. You can bet the witch is behind this.
Are you going to the witch's lair? Go up to the next floor. When 3 people step onto platform, bridge.
Platform? Let's go see it.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to resurrect my dum-dums. I know these are expensive, but... Guess I shouldn't be selling to him. Meow. I caught Burr. I caught Burr. Need anything now? How did he not say need anything meow? God dang it. Use the stuff first. Okay, so does both of these support in the backs now? I've got hits the first time they've both been alive. If so, how do I do the action grid for the others? Because there's voices. I know it's a pain, but might be worth grinding to get them leveled up with you. Good to know. If I switch, does that... How do I... I'm dumb. Okay. Okay. There we go. This is how we do it. Yeah, Does she not have an attack if I use her? Or is it because there's nothing going on down here? Okay, there we go. Man. Okay. Oh, you guys want to help? Goodness gracious. Oh my god. The Sprite Child is the most useless character I've ever had in a game. Like, ever. Worse than Pinello in Final Fantasy 12. Ugh. What's the deal? What is the deal here? what is Bepis' purpose other than just getting her ass handed to, or their ass handed to him? God. They got hit for 40 and then 82. Well, I feel like, I mean, ever since I've gotten Bepsi, they've like literally died 5 times. Nico's gonna love me. You might need to go back to the falls or the dwarf mine to level him up to 8 or 9 with you. Gotcha. Okay. That's disappointing. I didn't realize this game can be so grind heavy. Whoa. How does leveling work in this game? Is it based on them being alive and monsters being defeated, or is it based on their actions? Like, do they have to be consistently attacking to gain benefits of leveling? Oh, and that's what the action grid is. It's keeping their charge up. Okay, that's good to know. Bepsi is an offensive caster, but has no magic right now, so they're basically useless. The girl is a healer, also with no magic. Good to know. Okay, well, Merle reached level 8, so that's good to know. They do not have to attack. Well, all right, let's revisit this then. They do not have to attack. So let's go to girl, or not girl, Bepsi, and we are going to make them as guarded and distant as possible, because switch out. Okay. Oh my gosh, go down. Ah! I don't remember the chairs attacking last time. Holder chair. There you go, Bepsi. Good God. I made her run as far as possible, and she's... Oh, God. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna take Michael Metcalf's freaking advice here and get the F out of here until they have some sustainability to them. Don't you die. Have a chocolate, girl. She's dying even though I tell her to stay all the way back. Did I equip them properly? Merle is fully equipped to what I currently had. I get the Kung Fu suit, their bracer, their ribbon. What's we got? Betsy's got the Midge cloak or whatever. Well, I'm gonna get out of here then, and I guess go find them some equipment. But I mean, they are equipped. Merle's actually wearing a chain. Spellbound Specimen says, I remember this section being rough. I'm glad everyone's saying that, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not enjoying this at the moment with them getting hosed so often. And that's been my biggest thing. That's the one thing I want to say one thing. The consistency in some games I don't like is having to deal with automation to make the characters exist. I'm gonna get killed. I don't have anything sustain. Can I rope out of here? Dang it. This place isn't even exactly safe either. Run away! Run away! Don't I have charge attack it? Yeah, I do. I hate it. I mess with it so much. I can't go down the stairs? Oh, is it because they're stuck? Yep, that's exactly why. Finally. Guess I'm going back to Gaia's Navel. Actually, I'm gonna go to the city to the left, I think. Or if that's... I can't remember. Do 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 do. Yeah, town to the south and left has an end. Okay. Hippo. That makes me feel so much happier. Okay. Looks like it. Yep. Do they sell anything other than... So what's her name's wearing a chain plate right now. So I don't know if these are upgrades. Like, that's the thing that's unfortunate about this. I don't want to throw 350 GP down on something I don't know if it's going to be an update. I don't think there's a comparison option. Now, it is much more expensive than the chain vest, so... Oh, that's definitely much better. Jeez. I'll say, Bepsi's wearing a mid-robe. That's decent defense. That's really good defense for what everyone else in comparison was. Sprite doesn't have headgear. That's what I'm actually trying to find. The ribbon works on Merle. And I don't know if these elbow pads are worth a damn. All right, let's stack up on items like GM was saying. I'm gonna need 500 of these. Rabbite cap is in the dwarf village. Gotcha. Okay. I'll head that way. Be seeing you. So is it worth? I noticed in the action grids you can set the cap on like how high the charge is on their attacks. Is it worth doing that on the automation of them being charged up? Ooh. Oh, I want to go this way. Go up. For sword, I prefer 1 than 2. Boom, boom, doom, doom. Dang it, I'm going the wrong way again. They definitely seem to be more aggressive and effective now that they're a little higher. I mean, granted, the sprite isn't doing much anything, but how do I get down there? I already forgot. Because it jumps the character forward and 2 is a round attack. Yeah, I have not enjoyed the actual like lunge attack. I feel like it's hard to overall predict. And then of course, if anyone freaking does a quick hit, they go on that the creature drops the ground and you miss. Alright. Back in Gaia's navel. Hopefully these dum-dums sustain themselves. What the... Oh, I was like, where the hell am I? I forgot there's that back door. Oh, I can upgrade the spear. Okay, I'll do that. Hey, look at that. There's the rabbi cat. I don't think anyone's got a power wrist. There we go. What? Do I have to be, like, confused? Okay, I literally had to be Bepsi to even put it on. Okay. The power should help them all do more damage. Nice to know. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I have to press. Okay. I'm learning. Alright, I think I'm okay for a bit now. Now let's change her action grid, hopefully to be a little more effective now that she's... Alright, let's not all die. Kid Goblin? That makes me feel bad now. My God, we're actually killing the slimes. Yes, die slimes. Alright, Starting to dig this gang mentality now that there's some sustainability in their life. Yeah, Bepis. Oh. Give Sprite or Marl the spear. You just go. I didn't know I could do that. I thought they just had their own adjusted weapons. Okay, good to know. Oh my gosh. Medical herb. You think you can do it? Okay, good call. Thank you. I just figured since, like, Merle was the monk that they were using only fist weapons, and the fact that they were a little sprite creature, they, like, wouldn't be using any martial weapons, so... It's to hell with me on my assumptions. No, we're not gonna... we're not doing that. I like the idea of the sprite using an axe as big as... yeah, I might actually do that. However, I do like the sprite having the distance since they seem to not sustain very long. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, go get him. Thank you all for all this assistance that has made this game much more palatable and enjoyable to play now. I was getting very tilted with them just walking into walls and basically getting hounded. Headgear. Hey, I'm all about for the entertainment, so as long as they don't keep getting their ass handed to them, I'm all about them swinging an axe. Yeah, it's fun when your NPCs allies are not dying all the time. Yeah, exactly. Did anyone ever play the game Draken on, I think it was on Super Nintendo? It was like a free exploring, I guess you could say TTRPG, and it was like there was like no instructions on how to like manage your characters, and you would just get into encounters, and you would just see like them running around on the screen and getting like they'd be in fights, and then just sometimes just get one-shotted for no reason. You have no idea why. It was so frustrating. I see you smiling there, you freaking blob. That's annoying. Bepis. That was my most hated part of the .hack series. The NPCs were completely useless unless you directly moved. Unless you directly controlled their every move. Yeah, exactly. What was the name of that game again? It's called Draken, D-R-A-K-K-A-N, I think? Or yeah, Ian, yeah. I rented Draken once, and yeah, after about an hour I gave up. Exactly, that game, like, looking at it, it's fun, like, it looks like it could be a good game, but man, it's so hard. Silas saying, I think I asked this before, but how do you feel about adding some form of loot tables in your beasts? I've been using Look Far, and it's has materials drops options to generate materials. I mean, do you mean like having it automated, or no form of loot tables in your beast? I mean, I'm not against that. I mean, in the core rulebook itself, it states there's a whole section on reward and kind of gives you a gauge of what the financial worth should be based on level progression and what they pick up material wise and all that. So I'm all for it. I think actually, yeah, the Look Far, is that the Foundry module? Where you basically say kind of like the financial range, like you can use the chart of the financial range and it'll generate stuff for you. Whoa, just had my screen up. Like instead of just having Zenith drops, they get materials or monster parts. So yeah, I like that. I've seen that module. Yes. Look for GM assist. I've not messed with it very much because I didn't know how much I could actually trust the automation to come up with the correct stuff. But overall, I did like it. But I also, I'm not big on automation in my game. So like, I mean, there's some things I like. Like I do like the ability to roll and stuff off the character sheet, but like, it just depends. I'm going to take a quick break here. Give me 1 second. Be right back. And I'm back. Thank you guys for your patience. All right, let's do a little recap here before I get going. Let's back and forth here. So the fact that constantly makes new items rather than popular already exists. Read that. That's entirely how loot works in my game. We're based that on Monster Hunter. GM Silas says that was my thought process on it. I have always liked how sometimes enemies will drop certain things related to them. I also do allow either IP or party items for potions as a dropper. I don't think I would do IP points personally for me, but because I would put those in discoveries and stuff like that to kind of make that more exciting. But I mean, that's however you want to run your games. I probably wouldn't run to that watering hole. And like Solandra's was saying that, you know, they have an access to a village nearby. Right now they're free. I'm still running off the press start, and one of my players is playing Blair, the heir of the Denova, and they don't abuse it, but they definitely take advantage of them being royalty and getting their stuff when they need it. Solandra says, you know, it's dumb. I never thought about doing IP drops. Oh yeah, that's the hub part they were talking about. It is a lot of fun, but there was a ton of pushback on it when I was talking about it on some forums. I use IP, or they can choose one IP item to bank in their party vault. Yeah, I think it all depends on how you run the game. I do not want to give permanent access to items and stuff unless they're crafted. So if there's ever a point they are out of IP, they can just use that one for free. It is just I don't really like that approach. I'm not criticizing it. I want to, they have so much control with Fabula points and being able to do stuff and have so much sustainability. The conditions I put on them as they travel, I think should be a drain on their IP pool, because there's really nothing else that's going to bring them down in a lot of cases. So, and I want them to feel heroic and cool. So I think I would keep the access to the IPs pretty limited unless it's a special situation. Anyway, back to my game. Okay, where was I? Running back to the castle. And my little dog is sitting behind me chewing on this obnoxious bone. So if it gets loud or you guys hear it in the background, please let me know. Ooh, that's a skill we're putting on. With the murder axe. Look at that. Bepis is sitting there just critting for 60 points of damage now. I'm just gonna do that. Saunders said, I could see a lot of people not like the idea of IP drops because it's not listed in the game, but as it stands, discoveries and adventuring could be merchants to buy IP from. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, in discoveries, you could do traveling merchants. I mean, you know, I mean, it's collaborative to the point where you ever feel it's needed, you can always put it in. Like, I feel like there's so many other things you can reward with. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. Got some tough dogs here. I heard one thing happen and all of a sudden they're barking all over the place. Oh, I need to probably give them some range since they're... No, that's not who I meant to do that to. Silence says not ignoring taking notes. I have trouble balancing IP as a whole for some reason. Either they have a ton and never use it, or always out and can't use it. I mean, like I said, I think it really depends on how accessible you want to make it to them. I just don't like making it as part of the treasure. Like, that's just me. I mean, when they did a dungeon delve, they found like a rations area, and I allowed that to be a replenishment of IP points. Okay, this needs to be handled here. Okay. That is really tilting. That needs. I can't. They keep getting anchored behind the maze, and I can't get to them with melee. Like, get down here. It also helps us hurts that I have both a Symbolist and Tinker in the party, so on top of that, of normal PUs, they have theirs to fuel their abilities. Well, so like this is where I don't think it actually cracks me up. I've one of my players is a Tinker and a Gourmet, and they have plenty of IP points, and I don't think they ever utilize them to their full capabilities at times, which it's just it goes with the flow of learning the game, or not just learning the game, just seeing what is necessity. Like, they use them still with their Tinker abilities and stuff, but I never see them at a duress amount of inventory. Their Spiritist, Blair, though, seems to always be running out trying to sustain themselves. But when it comes down to it, like, that's why I like the classes like the Merchants and stuff that help, like, and then like the Wayfinders, like, help like reclaim IP points and stuff. Like, I think too many people in these type of TTRPGs try to min-max their builds to output the most, instead of, you know, some people wanting to be the support, and I get that. Same people don't ever want to play clerics or healing classes, but I think there's a lot you can do in the game without having to change the rules of the game. It's just promoting the synergy with players to be there for each other. Oh my gosh, get over here. But back to what I was saying, though, like, no one wants, like, everyone loves Sid in the Final Fantasy games, most of them, but no one wants to be Sid. Like, maybe outside of, like, maybe Sid Highwind of Final Fantasy VII, because he's pretty much a dragoon. But, like, conceptually, like, Final Fantasy IV Sid, like, he's cool, he's a great, fun guy, you love him in the character, but I don't think anyone would optimize build in Fabula Ultima as Sid unless they just really like doing that, which I would say would be, he'd be like a Tinkerer meets a Fury, maybe, or something like that. But I would, you know, maybe, I really like what Merchant does, but just kind of like Wayfinder, it's a lot of utility support. I think the merchant actually has some synergies with gourmet too. I think you can like make food, but then like use spoiled food or something to do damage to people, to enemies. I'm going back again. I also use the camp activities in the Natural Fantasy book, and 2 the 4 PCs use exploration gain. See, like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Being able to do that, great. Like if you want to do that, that's a good thing to do with resting scenes. If they want to contribute to it. I like anything that inspires the players to get something out. Like they're the creation of why this happens, instead of just rewarding it to them like it's an item that drops. But that's why also I think it's essential you almost have a tinker of some sort in every game, because they make so many cool things. Fun fact, they just released a preview on the last Final Fantasy VII, and Sid flat out calls himself. It's funny for that. I was referencing that in my brain when I saw that. Yeah, he was like the dashing dragoon or whatever he says. Pretty great. I was very entertained with the video. I have not played Remake or Rebirth, but the Revelation seemed kind of fun. Michael Mixon says, I play with a big group of 7 players, and 2 of them have basically never made an attack roll. The Guardian is always protecting the party, and the Simplest is always buffing others. Yeah, I've been actually doing some collaborative work with the Shields Rest group, doing what's called 5 to 50, where every session we do a battle at like level 5, then level 10, then level 20, and like we just keep building off. And I'm doing a Guardian Chanter, and not gonna lie, kind of broken, and I love it. Oh, that sounds like fun. It's great. I went Guardian, Fury, and then I just built into Fury to do like taunts and provoke and all that. But yeah, I have stupid defense and magic defense, but on top of me being a Chanter, I can like boost their magic defense, or as a group, or their defense. I can boost everyone's what is it? Like one of their attributes, whatever keynote I'm using. So I can make everyone's might increase by 1 die size, or dex by 1 die size. It's very situational, but I love having the options. But also on top of that, just intervene and protecting people, doing the good old Cecil protect. I'm Moogled. Why is being Moogled a bad thing? Robin Hood. That's what they're called. Interesting. Man, they just go straight for those chairs. Alright, alright, alright. Keep getting moogled. Good job, Merle. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. It's kind of funny character-wise. The voices here, who is the one that's been employed to grow the mana sword here. I like how he's like, me God, and now like at level 10 he's like parrying and deflecting shit like left and right. Boom! Bye, werewolf. All right, they're starting to hold their own now. I'm digging this. Is there a particular class that anyone's wanted to build into that they haven't done so yet? Same with both Merle and Marl. I think they both are princesses, yet they both can dish out a beating somehow. I don't know about Merle, but Marl can fucking unleash emotional damage like there's no other. At least with Merle, she hits up powerful ice magic. Yeah. Whatever. We don't talk about that turncoat loser in this channel. Rob me of my dignity on trial. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. And I'm out of candy. Dang it. I was afraid of that. Might have to put the axe back in her hand. All of them. I haven't ever been actually been a player. I haven't played a game or anything in years. Also, thank you for all the tips and advice on IP. I'm just adjusting my tables and hey, yeah, no problem. Like, I mean, I still think, you know, trust your gut. Like, I'm far from all knowing. There's so many other people that I think that play this game so much more that kind of live in the recesses of the Fabula Ultima Discord, and they don't really speak up unless you directly talk to them. That's why I've always tried to be very outspoken and free. Like, I want to invite not so much criticism, but comparisons and certain advice that I could even benefit off of. It's just for my personal use, like on the IP stuff. They get to, they're so powerful and they can work. There's so much stuff they can do. They shouldn't have to worry about getting the IP back for free. Freaking mimics. We just had a door mimic last night. It's not cool when you're glued to it and it envelops you, tries to chop you. That sounds great. Give me your axe back. Oh, should I? I should have probably. Like, what is the deal with that damage? I Spies. One of the other things, and when it comes to dungeon delving, like I love the quick progression of it because I am not a person that enjoys puzzles in my TTRPGs. And so I like that there's a lot of fast-paced movement in dungeons that don't require a lot of that. It's more narrative and more for the scene, more than just always trying to figure out how to beat the puzzle or solve the puzzle and all that stuff. I mean, you could still do that with clocks and stuff, but like that's a different approach. It's not you having to play stupid trivia games or anything like that. Okay. Hello. I'm assuming you're the witch.
Ew, what a noisy little children. See what you get.
Okay. What?
Allow me the pleasure of sending you to Thanatos.
Thanatos? Isn't that the domain Orcus's domain in D&D?
Dialect. Eleni, what have you done with him? What have I done? Well, I just sent him to the ruins of Pandora. My magic doesn't seem to work too well, and I couldn't handle him. But Thanatos wanted him, so I sent him there. Thanatos? The head of a secret organization that intends to overthrow the kingdom. How could you? He's already dispatched most of the people in Pandora. All that's left is for Sir Thanatos to storm the castle from the ruins. Now you won't be so kind as to feed yourselves to my cute little Spiky.
Uh-oh. Slim says, I'm kind of with Silas on this this is my first character in a lot of years, so more than anything, I'm happy to be a player, being my first FU game. Oh, okay, sorry, I was reading, just got fucking hosed. Being my first FU game, I have a lot of different ideas and stuff to try. Yeah, that's the thing is, I feel like even though you can min-max in Fabula Ultima with your classes for whatever you want to do, there's so many useful things you can do that you can't hyper-focus on one skill set. So if you want to be a big damage outputter, great, but that's not always going to be the answer to a fight. And I like that there's other ways of going around in that versus traditional TTRPGs. Okay. Just permanently kill me? What's going on here? I'm a little upset that I'm out of candy. That's what I'm doing, Michael. Thank you. I started to figure that out when he's just sitting up top there, but I'm gonna get hosed because I don't have any candy. I did max out buying it, but I used it earlier. I'm surprised I actually ran out so quickly. That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. Action. You keep away. Oops. So much for good weapons. That's pretty absurd. I'm not gonna lie, I was about ready to rage quit early. Okay, this is such horseshit. I can't even get up. Like, he wasn't even close to landing on me there. Shoot him! There we go. I'm going to die. Well, that's really unfortunate, because it's been a minute since I saved. This might be me calling it for the night. I have put 9 hours into this game now, I think, and I still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. Yeah. I think, yeah, I'll probably call this for the evening, since it's just going to be me redoing a lot of grinding. I don't want to be too unentertaining in that. I'll probably do some grinding on my own accordance here to continue the progression the next time I play. I may even play again tomorrow. This game is so interesting because I love the fight style of it. I love the skill level of the weapons and all that, but I am not a fan of the interface of trying to move around and heal and stuff. Like, the automation is still killing me, especially when you have a lot of activity, like stuff that is not activity, but obstructions. I feel like the automation keeps getting snagged and you can't move forward on it. I can see where, when you play together, how this could be tactically awesome with another friend. Todd says, IP expenditure has been light in my game since I don't make the party burn IP for camping if they're living from a drawn wagon or a boat that is specifically loaded with supplies. What do you mean burn IP for camping, Todd? get back up to on that tiger. I just wish I could understand the automation a bit more. Like the enemies are too fast paced for me to be focusing on as the range person while also auto focusing as melee, because the melee doesn't seem to be automated well. But then if I switch to melee and the range is the automation, that you have to like kind of hold their hand and carry them to the location for them to be like, oh yeah, I gotta shoot an arrow. Oh, magic tent. Yes, okay, I see what you're saying. You've also heard they made a Steam version easier, so I wouldn't doubt they took out BS stuff like that. Yeah, the Steam version I was playing, but it kept crashing like all the time, so it wasn't worth playing. Silas said, well, thank you for the stream and the company. I need a break from coding. I'll catch you later, and I'll try to be more chatty in the server. Just don't like feeling like I'm spamming. No, you're not, man. And I've been so... I haven't been engaged at all. Like I said, work has been so demanding of my time that I feel bad that I barely even talk on my Discord at the moment. So I'm trying to get ahead of that and hopefully get some new hires that will help me not have to go crazy and hyper focused after hours. But yeah, I appreciate all being on here and chatting. Yeah, see it, G Helmet. Like I said, hopefully I'll get some videos going soon and adding some new content. It's been over a month and a half since I've posted my last video, and we're due some more. So I always appreciate you guys' time and your contributions, and keep playing Fabula Ultima, and keep touting it. Let the game grow. So you guys have a good rest of your night. I'll talk to you later.